Mr. Smith, next item.
Thank you. Mr. Birdie, members of the board, I have several items for your consideration this evening under letter D. Other items for board action. Number 1, recommend approval of the following board policies, letters A through D. Number 2, recommend approval of the following new extracurricular positions for the 2021 school year as listed. Number 3, recommend approval of the proposed school fees for the 2020/2021 school year. Number 4, recommend awarding the 2020 paving improvements project to M&D Blacktop, 2020 Longwood Avenue, Grove City, Ohio, 43123. M&D Blacktop was the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, meeting specifications at an amount of $179,244.05, not to exceed $225,000. And number 5, recommend approval of the administrative salary ranges chart. And that concludes the items that I have for your consideration this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept those recommendations.
So moved.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I think I heard Mrs. O'Neill and Mrs. Shorter. Okay, any comments or questions? I would just say that I actually watched the bid opening that Mr. Penny hosted. It was quite interesting watching that process, and that he received all the bids. He made sure the camera was on him when he opened the envelope so that we were making sure that we followed the law, the letter of the law, to make sure that it was a public opening of those bids. So thank you, Mr. Penny, for your job accepting those bids. Okay, Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll, please?
Mrs. O'Neill,
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter,
Yes.
Mr. Begley,
Yes.
Mr. Birding,
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum.
Yes.
Motion carries.